Welcome back. So first of all, congratulations, you've created your store. That's super exciting. Now, before we start building up the store into a profitable business, I think you're gonna feel a lot more comfortable if you have some basic understanding of the navigation before we start actually building things up. So we're going to start from the very beginning. What we're looking at right here is the back end of our store. So everything you're seeing here is for your eyes only. This is where you can start customize things. And we're later on gonna look at the front of the store that only your customers can see, and you too, of course. So the first thing we have is the home. All of the navigation is going to happen to the left here. The first thing we have is the home section, and the home section is just gonna give you basic information, and you're looking at the home screen in the very middle here. Now, right now, there's not a lot going on. It's just Shopify prompting you to start building up your store, and we will calm down Shopify. Once you really start building up your store and you start getting sales, you're gonna get those sales analytics here in the middle instead, and that's a lot more exciting to look at. But this is always where you end up in the beginning, and that is home. Next up, we have orders. So whenever someone goes into your store and orders something from you, all of that is going to be visible under orders, which is very exciting because multiple people are going to have multiple orders with different values, and you can start making some calculations, see how much is the average order value, how much can I advertise based on that, etc. All of that is for later on in the course, but a lot of very interesting data from here. Then we have products, and products is literally what you will be selling in the store. You can go into products, you can customize them, you can do the descriptions, you can do the design, all of that. We are going to do that in the product section. Then we have customers. So whenever anyone buys anything from you, you're gonna get all of their shipping information, you're going to be getting their email address, all of their data is in here. So as you can see, you have full control. Basically, the customers are gonna come to your store, you have access to the customers, they're gonna look at your products, you have full access to your products, you can edit them, and then they're going to make an order and you have full access to the order. And this kind of control is what we're looking for when we're creating a business. So that's amazing. Going down, we have analytics, and this is going to be super important because analytics is going to show us what is our most visited page, what do people like to actually go into and see, and what is our least visited page, and what products are people clicking on, what products are people absolutely not clicking on, what products are people clicking on the most but not buying, etc., etc. All of that interesting stuff is in the analytics tab. Then we have marketing, and marketing means that we can connect a channel like Facebook, for example, and see the data from our ads, for example, inside here. You don't have to. If you're gonna do Facebook ads, you can do it directly from Facebook itself, but you can connect it to Shopify here if you want to. Now, discounts is also very interesting because if you have Black Friday coming up, for example, you can create a discount for that. You can see how much did you sell on the Black Friday discount and get some very interesting data and really capitalize on that. So a lot of ability for customization. And then we have apps, and chances are that you're familiar with apps already. If you have a smartphone, you've definitely downloaded an app to your phone before. Well, apps for Shopify work the exact same way. We can download an app to get more reviews. We can download an app to automate our order process, to help with import products. There's a lot of things we can do with apps, and there's a lot of things we are going to do with apps. So this is going to be super important. And all of this is for the back end. And now if we go down here, we have something that says sales channels. And a sales channels is basically where are you getting the sales from? And of course, your online store is one place you're going to get the sales from, but a sales channel can also be, for example, you could click on the plus here and add in Facebook, or you could add in Instagram and get sales from other places. We don't have to do that, but it's good to know that you have that ability to add in more sales channels. But we're of course going to focus on our online store. Before we click here, if we move over to the eye, we get a new tab that's going to show us exactly what our store looks like from the front end. Basically, this is our website right now. If a customer were to go to this very random URL, robin-3409.myshopify.com, they would end up on this page, and this is our store page right now. So we're gonna customize all of this. We're gonna customize the menus, we're gonna customize the cart, the theme if we want to. Of course, we're gonna make a nice background here. We're gonna go through, for example, how to add in the best featured products. We're gonna do collections, all of that good stuff. All of this is coming in the coming lectures, but right now this is the front of our store, and we're gonna edit everything, of course, including our store name, because this isn't beautiful. And later on, we're also gonna change the URL, so don't worry about it. everything will be changed. I'm gonna click this down for now, and we're gonna end up in the back end once again. Now, if I click on online store here, I'm gonna get a couple of more options, and we're gonna go through the coming lectures. For example, themes. Now, what you were looking at is a specific theme for Shopify. There are multiple other themes you can choose from. You can go into customize, you can pick a free theme, you can pick paid themes, you can customize it as much as you want, but it's also good to know that you don't have to, because this theme, the Dawn theme, is true and tried. It just works. We're gonna go through that in an upcoming lecture. Then we have blog posts. You can start blogging, you can start doing search engine optimization. There's a lot of things you can do here to post content, drive traffic. More on that later on. Then we have pages. We're going to go through pages and add in the legal pages, more navigation pages. We're gonna go through product pages, all of that good stuff. And then we have navigation, and navigation is literally how your store looks like. So we have a footer menu, we have a main menu, or we're gonna have a contact page, for example. We're gonna add in the legal pages. All of that navigation in itself is gonna be right here. So we're gonna go through that. And then we have preferences, and preferences are gonna allow you to do things like change how your website is going to look in the search engine, title and meta description. We're gonna go through all of this stuff. For example, how to connect a Facebook pixel so that Facebook can track everything that happens on your store later on. Finally, we're gonna move down to where it says settings down here. And there's a lot of settings we can go through, and we will be going through this one by one when the time comes. For example, shipping and delivery, super important. Taxes, not the most fun thing in the world, but oh so important. We're gonna go through all of that later on. But the one thing you might want to do for now is just to stay in store details here. And then where it says basic information, you can see that this is right now the name of the store, Robin-3409. Not the most beautiful name. If you know what kind of name you want for your store, you can move over to edit, and then you can remove this, and then you can set the name that you want for your store. If you don't know, it doesn't matter. We're gonna set up and buy your own domain much later on, so this isn't important. But if you do know right now, you can write it in. And we do know we're gonna call this R&J deal, okay? And then we're gonna go up and we're gonna click on save. There we go. So now we actually have a name for our store. But once again, if you don't have a name, don't stress about it. We're gonna go through that much later on. But you do that in settings, store detail, basic information, and then just click on edit right here. Then I'm just gonna exit here, and there you have it. Now I'm gonna click back on home. This is always going to be your start, and there you have everything you need to know for now. Of course, more information is coming in the upcoming lectures, but just know that here is your back end where you can customize everything, literally. You have your settings down here. And of course, if you want to look at how your store looks like right now, you go to online store and you click on this eye right here, and you can check everything out. And with that said, hopefully you're a bit more comfortable with what's in front of you right now. We're gonna move on step by step and start building up your store. See you in the next lecture.